Go ahead and tiptoe through your life, digging in the dirt, you can stress on the strife, but I'm gonna fly past the worry and the pain today. I'm flying on faith, flying on faith. I'm flying on faith, faith. You could cry all night about the things that you hate, so dissatisfied in so many ways, but I'm gonna find a way to celebrate today. I'm flying on faith, flying on faith. I'm flying on faith, flying on faith. Picked up my baggage and I threw it out the door.
Good morning. Good morning. I pray you are having the most amazing morning and that you woke up with the feeling of restored, renewed strength. And hopefully, you've already had your workout in like I have this morning. I got in about 15 minutes of strength training this morning. So I'll do more cardio later on today, but I had a chance to do lean upper body this morning. I started with my 3 pounds like I've been doing, but I also had a few that I got a chance to use my 8 pounds on. So I started to feel stronger this morning. But anyway, remember, including strength training makes us stronger overall. It protects our joints, our bones. It gives us increased metabolism. That didn't want to come out. And it keeps us functionally healthy as well, so that, we're less likely to fall and harm ourselves. So anyway, just make sure you get a good workout in today. And I am so glad to be here with you this morning at Pastor V on Wellness. I'm Pastor V, and here we believe that wellness is about more than just our physical body, but it is our body, our mind, and our spirit working together to transform our lives into a healthy existence, something that gives us a better quality of life. And that looks different for different people. So don't judge whether or not you are healthy based on me or anyone else, because we do know that the earlier we start in this wellness game, the more benefits that we receive from it. And so if you're just getting started in your 50s, your wellness is not going to look quite like someone who started back in their 20s. But a better quality of life is available for anybody and everybody. And I have to give you my disclaimer. I am not a physician or a certified nutritionist. This should not be considered medical advice. You should see your physician before starting any exercise or diet program. But aren't you glad this is not an exercise or a diet program? This is about making small steps and small changes in our lives to bring us to that ultimate big change where we're living a healthier life, a better quality of life, and we are getting the most out of life. I hope you're here this morning knowing that you don't have to go and start lifting 20 pounds of weights, but you can start with 2 and you have accomplished something. It's the consistency that counts. And today I want to just pick up on something we've talked about before, but wellness is not about just hearing it once and it's sinking in, but it's about hearing things over and over again until we begin to build and form that consistency in our lives. Breath work, guys. Woo, breath work. I can never tell you how important it is to you all, my wellness family, to begin to incorporate breath work into your daily routine. You might be thinking, breathing, isn't that automatic? Well, yes. Remember, we said that was a part of the parasympathetic nervous system. It just happens with us or without us until the day that we leave this world. However, that breathing can become very shallow. And it can just, sometimes it barely oxygenates the body, but it keeps us going. But what if I told you that intentional breath work, taking time, taking good deep breaths, completely oxygenating this body could be a game changer for your health. It can improve your stress levels, bring them way down to where you're operating on good stress and not always on that bad stress. What if it could even improve your spiritual life? Remember, it's body, mind, and spirit. Let's breathe life back into those forgotten areas of wellness. Let's do that today. I was listening to a song this morning, and I don't want to get in trouble for putting it, because they say, oh my gosh, you're not supposed to use other people's music. I'm going to use about 2 seconds of it. Let me see. Let me get to it. First of all, make sure you share this with someone. I was in the middle of doing that and started talking to you all. Okay, it is shared. But now let's see. Let's see if I can give you just a little. Okay, I think I could get away with that, but there's power in the way that we breathe. Breath is God's gift to us. Yet it's our busy, stressful lives. We often forget shallow. We all often breathe, shallow and fast. And it's keeping our bodies going, but it's also keeping us in that fight or flight mode where we just feel like at any moment, because you're always under stress. This leads to anxiety and tension. Do you carry tension in your shoulders? I do sometimes. Because let me tell you why. There are times when things get stressful and I hold my breath. And when I hold my breath, those shoulders go up and you're sitting there and you're tense. This morning, I woke up with a massive headache. And I realized, because I sleep on 50,000 pillows, that I probably had gotten kind of caught up in a pillow, so I wasn't getting good, deep breaths in. And guess what? I did not have to get up and take a Tylenol or an Advil or an Aleve. I simply straightened my pillows out, laid back, and I took about 5 good, deep, intentional breaths, and that headache began to drain away. Because my brain just needed an influx of oxygen. And so we know, as I said, that good, deep, intentional breath work reduces stress and anxiety. It helps to lower blood pressure. It improves our focus and our clarity. Have you ever seen someone getting ready to do a big project and they're like, okay, let's go. That gets the body ready for something like using our brain and even using our physical being. It eases muscle tension, it supports better sleep, it even improves our digestion. So let's practice a couple of breaths right now. If you're driving, guys, please keep your eyes on the road and keep your eyes open. I don't want you running off the road. But if you're sitting at home like I am right now, I want you to just be very intentional. Close your eyes for just a minute. And just right now, just take a couple of normal breaths. And if you can, while you're doing that, just let your shoulders relax. First of all, you're probably thinking, oh my God, my shoulders haven't been away from my ears all week. Just let them relax. Sit tall. All right, just take a few regular breaths. All right, now we're going to take a good intentional deep breath, and I'm going to count you down. Ready? Deep breath in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. One more time. In, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. One more time. In, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Wow. Even with counting, I was intentionally taking in a little more air than I usually do. and it felt good. I just want to remind you too, on that exhale, it's not, no, it's take your time expelling the breath as well. Don't you feel a little bit lighter, just a little bit calmer? There's power in the way that we breathe. That wasn't my words. That was the words of Maverick City Music and Jonathan McReynolds. There's power in the way that we breathe. You don't need an hour-long meditation to benefit from breath work. Sometimes just in the morning, I'm going to put this in the chat because I want everybody to have access to it. We're going to run through this really quickly, and then I'm going to let you go on your day using your breath work in those moments that it feels like your shoulders are up here. It's funny that even bringing your shoulders down is like it makes you take in a few more breaths, intentional breaths. I love it. I love it. I love it. If you're on this morning and you're not driving and you're safe, type in, just breathe. Just breathe. I'm going to type it in. Just breathe. Just breathe. I think I'm going to type it in. I had gotten off into my little video there. Just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. Here we go. Just breathe. You're like, oh, she's taking a long time to type. No, I was giving you time to breathe. Anyway, let's get on over here. You don't have to have an hour, like I said, a morning reset. This morning, I had to take in some good deep breaths because of that headache that I had, but it changed the trajectory of my day because I could have just gotten up like, oh my God, I have a headache. Oh God, give me some Tylenol, But no, I stopped and I took some good deep breaths and I was able to get up, get some water because I needed to be hydrated as well because of that headache. And next thing I know, I'm able to go in and do my workout. Breath work, 3 minutes in the morning, guys. I'm sorry, not 3 minutes, 3 good deep breaths in the morning before you get out of bed. It's going to help reset your day. Stress pause. If you are having a moment of overwhelm, you're at work and your boss has told you something, they have come in and you were working on one project, they want to change you to another midstream, and they have just upset your whole day. Take a stress pause. Take a minute, go do a few deep breaths. We generally breathe anywhere from 10 to about 20 breaths a minute. Take that down to about 6 to 7 good, deep, intentional breaths. And then come back in and say, I can do this. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I'm not going to stress over this. This too shall pass. My boss is not the boss of me. I'm the boss of me. I'm the boss of how I breathe and how I receive information. I'm the boss of me. And then at night, for a bedtime calm, take a minute to do 5 slow breaths. It'll help quiet your mind, help get you into a place where sleep is easier, and you'll find that your sleep is more restful. And the one more time that you can actually bring in some intentional breathing is in your prayer time. In your prayer time, take a minute and just breathe. If you're taking a walk with God, remember our guided prayer walk? I'll have to bring that back to us one day. Take a moment before you get started and just breathe. And it says to center yourself, centering yourself in the Word of God, centering yourself in the very thoughts of God, centering yourself in the fact that you are about to do something that is going to be good for your body and good for your mind and good for your spirit. And then go out there and exercise. Get yourself into the right space. Because guess what? It was intentional that God gave us the ability to deep breathe and refocus and pray and get our thoughts together. Because in Genesis chapter 2, verse 7, it says, "Then the Lord God formed man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living being." There's power in your breathing. There's power in your breathing. So here's your challenge for the week. Practice 3 minutes of intentional breathing each day. A minute in the morning, a minute in the midday, and a minute in the evening. And just breathe. Notice how your stress levels shift. And invite God into those breath-filled moments. That is revolutionary. Invite him into those moments and thank him for creating you, first of all, with the ability to breathe without stopping to think about it, because some of us would be dead right now because we hold our breath in those moments of tension and stress. But invite God into those breath-filled moments. And remember that wellness is worship, guys. Wellness, taking care of this temple, is worship. And every breath is a gift. So steward it well. Steward it well. And today, take a minute, pause, and breathe. Be intentional about your breath. Remember that each breath is a gift from God, and deep breath changes the trajectory of our day and the trajectory of our mind. This is Pastor V reminding you to pause, breathe, to be well. And until next time, keep walking in wellness.